I was looking to the weather last weekend and I was seeing like, well, we are getting temperatures already above 65 Fahrenheit. We may get some green up of the Bermuda grass and all the warmer seasons pretty soon in the south part of the state. However, look what happened.
Yes.
Comes just this freezing rain, and I think that will postpone even more any green up from our tropical grasses. So due to that, I think, well, we have still a good time for planting. And I would say first thing that we need to get ready is soil sampling. I don't say right now, but let's wait for all that to get to the frost. We get some of this water into the soil, get warm temperatures, and let's go out there and take some good soil samples and send for analysis. I understand that for some producers it's very complicated to do yearly. Every year soil samples is expensive, and sometimes if they have a huge area, it can take a lot of time. So that's where we come with that rule of thumb. If they have pastures, that pretty much what they do is haying, they can come and do soil sample analysis every third year. Now, if they are grazing, they extend a little more and do every fifth year. Well, the more frequent, the better, but that would be the minimal that I would say that's good and required. Now, after that we do our soil samples and we get the analysis back, I would say let's go and do some fertilization. Let's apply phosphorus and potassium according to your soil analysis. I think that is better that we apply P and K before we have the green up and right before the rain, so we can have those nutrients ready in the soil for the plant. Now, when you talk about nitrogen fertilization, that's most of the questions that I have on fertilization is nitrogen. Where is the best time to apply? If you're going to think about an ideal time, would be later when we have, let's say, the Bermuda grass or the tropical grass is already growing completely green up and you have about 3 to 6 inches of growth. The runners, you can see that they are already pretty long. That's the best time because the plants already have some good rooting system that's going to be catching all those nitrogen in the soil. Now, if we apply the nitrogen with phosphorus and potassium pretty early, actually you're going to be feeding the weeds that will be coming earlier. That's not a good stuff. You can have a very huge infestation. So now, if they want to combine NP and K in one application, I would say let's apply right before green up or at green up. Because during that time, we are not too late for P and K and we are not too early for nitrogen. But make sure that you are applying right before the rain. That's what I would like to recommend.
So then in terms of weed control, what's your strategy there?
Oh yeah, weed control is always a hot topic. Well, right now, as you can see, we don't have much weeds coming up, but after this rain and the temperatures start to warm up, or spring and also summer weeds is gonna come and start to grow aggressively. I would say they always come first than the Bermuda grass. The Bermuda grass or other tropical grasses take longer to start to green up. So if those grasses are still dormant and those weeds are growing and you see that you already have some true leaves, a good biomass from those weeds, go there and apply a non-selective herbicide. Even after that, if you see a second flush of weeds and still you see that your grasses are still dormant, you can go and do a second application. But I will not recommend that they do any application during the green up time for any type of herbicides. When Bermuda grass or other tropical grasses break dormance, they will take about 7 to 10 days to completely green up. It's a very delicate time for those plants, so don't apply any herbicide there. And after the green up, that you see that all the Bermuda grasses or other tropical grasses are green, you can go with a selective herbicide and apply them. There are several herbicides available for that, but make sure that you apply a herbicide that's labeled for the fodders that you have in your pasture. Second, in the right timing and also in the right dose. And never forget to look for hay and grazing restrictions, if any. So that's pretty much my recommendations for now.
So some great things to think about for warmer weather, right?
Exactly right.
Okay, Alex, thanks a lot. Some great information, and we'll see you again soon as pastures start to green up.
Of course.
And for a link to some fact sheets on the things that Alex talked about, go to sunup.okstate.edu.